Okay, so before everything, Aiboan, Vanakkam, and how to say in English, good evening. Right. So this is your first day of learning combined maths. So today itself, I'm going to teach you the things, and we are going to start learning combined maths. So I gave a little bit of time because many of you are still joining with the class, right? Okay. So anyway, my name I will write in the board. So my name is Maheeth Bandara. So you already know my name most probably, and I will put some part in front of that engineer. So I'm an engineer, currently working in several construction projects as well as in many other fields as well, and I'm doing this teaching more than a decade now, and every year there are successful stories behind this teaching, and every time that many students are changing once they are getting into my classes, right? So initially they don't know where they have to go, and sometimes they are like thinking what should I do, for especially like for you today, because many of you just came to today's session, just maybe you received the class link from your friend, or you accessed it through our WhatsApp channel, or some ever method specific to you, right? So however, now you came into a class which is a combined maths class, and I think that many of you have came in the early morning. Let's say now it's evening in Sri Lanka. If some of you are joining from another countries, then I don't know, right? But uh, if you are joining in Sri Lanka, so it is evening. But when we talk about your advanced level career, so it is early morning. Early morning in the sense like 3 a.m. in the morning. Okay, so you have joined, maybe you are curious to learn combined maths, maybe your parents asked you to join with today's class, and I welcome you all. Many of your parents also joining for today's class, and I really welcome you all. So students and parents, I'm talking to both of you today, right? So since today is the first day, usually in previous years I am like mentioning more and more things about the courses, and the courses in the sense, if you do combined maths, then what are the university programs that you can enter, okay? And if you do combined maths, then what is the specialty of doing combined maths? And if you follow biology stream, then what is the specialty of that? Likewise, I'm like doing a pretty much general holistic approach, we can tell, when I'm starting the class. But today it's not that much entire area I'm going to cover, but today I'm hoping to start today's work, mainly combined maths work. So therefore I'm pretty much restricting the areas that I'm going to discuss in the early morning in our class, but still I'm going to tell you more and more details, because many of you, like 90% of you are joining. They heard that this is a combined maths class, which is an English medium class, but they are still they are still in the doubt whether doing combined maths or not doing combined maths, and they are thinking what are the subject areas that I am going to learn in combined maths, right? So it's natural, like many of the students are like same this way when they are joining with the class for the first day, but little by little you are also getting familiar to me, because today is your first day. Unless you saw any video in YouTube, or somewhere else in TikTok or some other platform, then you know me. Otherwise, many of you don't know me, so you are not familiar with me. So the way that I'm telling, way that I'm talking to you, the way that I'm teaching you, nothing is familiar. So it will take, so as you are the new students, so it will take like few minutes to get practice to the way that I'm delivering this to you. And so in the early morning in the class like this, so you will feel like bit like, let's say, bit excited, because you don't know me and you don't know the way that I'm going to teach you. Likewise, there are several reasons, but everything is natural, because when you are joining with the class, it's natural, right? So you can imagine when you are going to classes in your O levels, so first day is like pretty much like confusing sometimes, pretty much like more interesting or more excited, we can tell. The confusing word is not correct, I think. Okay, so more excited for you and me as well, both are like that. So first few minutes it will take some minutes to settle down. Then once you are practiced within first, let's say, 20 minutes time of my this discussion, then you will understand everything that I am telling, and we will see more and more deep into combined maths. So today's class, what I am going to tell you mainly the contents in combined maths, and how you are going to do, how you are going to cover all of these contents in this advanced level career. So you have now shifted into new era actually. Now your O levels time is now it's past. Now you are becoming an advanced level student. So you are entering into a new region, we can say. Okay, so you are entering into new region, and the most important thing is, if you can quickly change your mindset, if you can quickly change your mindset into this advanced level, then that is the most important thing that you are going to get. Because lot of students, they are like going here and there searching for classes. Whenever they see a class, they go into that class, and whenever they see another class, they go into that class as well, and they are like tourists going here and there. It's okay, it's fine. But you have to think, if you do this like 6 months of time, then you are on a trouble for sure, for sure. From my experience, I am telling that, because in 2027 class, right? So it was started 1 year ago. So in 2027 class, still there are some students are joining and asking, sir, I am new to advanced level combined maths. How can I touch, how can I learn these things? Likewise, there are several problematic situations. So as a honest teacher, what I can tell you is, the quicker you change your mindset into advanced level, then quicker you are getting easier on this journey. Okay, so this is actually a very nice journey that you are going to do, and your father and mother, they are also entering into a new region. They are also going to take you into new region, because O levels is completely different compared to A levels, right? So sometimes students, they are getting more independence in advanced levels, but most importantly, we have to remember what is the target that you are going to acquire in the end, right? So lot of students, they join early, start learning early in the classes, but time to time, they are little by little, they are going to forget the ultimate goal, right? So that's why I'm here. So I'm here to guide you, to take you to the right target at right time, at right place. Okay, so that's why I'm here. So the first advice that I want to give you here is, don't miss classes, right? You can go and watch any number of classes, because it's independent. This is now, we are in 21st century. You have mobile phones, and you have internet. Okay, so you can go to number of online classes, right, and you can go to physical classes as well, but make sure stick to a class which you are not going to miss any day. Otherwise what will happen, you come to this class, let's say you are going to class A, let's say combined maths, okay, then you are going to class A, and you are seeing another advertisement or something else, see as well, right? So this is very important, na? Because parents also in today's class, so be careful, right? So I hope none of the students in today's class will be going to happen into this situation. Okay, so that's my responsibility to tell you everything in advance. So that's what I'm doing here. Okay, so now you see combined maths class. So you go to one class, maybe my class, or maybe you came after going to another class just to have a look about my class as well. Whatever it is, now you are going to class A, class B, class C, but keep in your mind, go to a class continuously, right? So let's say you are going to class B, okay, you go to first day, you go to second day, and you are missing third day. But third day, you are thinking, it is just third day now. It is just third day. So you can catch that from class C, or you can cover that area from class A. Okay. Likewise, that mindset is coming to you naturally, even for me as well, at the time when I am doing my A levels. Okay. So that is the thing that you have to avoid. Okay. So very important thing I am telling in the early morning of the class, right? So make sure you are going to a class continuously. Okay, make sure that you are going to a class continuously without missing one single day of the class. One single day in the sense without missing 5 minutes of the class. Okay, so in that case you have some advantage. What is the advantage? Now you are joining this online. Okay, so in my classes, if you miss a class, then I am giving you recording, right? If you miss a class, then I am giving you recording. So you have to look at the recording, then you need to go into the next day, right? But only one day, only 1 week is allowed to look at the recording. Okay, following week it is not there, right? Because you are what is happening if I give you all the recordings, what is happening actually, then in your mind, you and me, we both are humans, so we all are like to give some bribe to our brain, no, right? So in English we tell manasika allas, right? So we like to give some bribe to our brain, keeping that I have all the recordings, so I can watch whatever the time. But imagine just 3 days gone, 4th day, 5th day, 6th day, 7th day, let's say now 8th day is coming, and you missed somewhere classes. So 9th day that you are joining with the class and you miss some classes, so the problem is you are not going to understand. That's why we are restricting like that. Okay, so it is really important, because some students who are going to physical classes, they don't get that facility getting the recording. So but in our classes we are providing recording, but it expires, so you have to work like that, right? Most probably your parents, they know that how their students are behaving, how their children are behaving. So they know when I tell this, they really like that for sure, right? Because don't think that I'm not helping. No, it's not like that. I'm helping as much as I can, right? So I have my school is my hometown is also Kandy, Currently, I'm not in Kandy, I'm in Colombo. But I sometimes I'm in Kandy and Colombo, whatever it is. So my school is Kandy. I go to school in Kandy Dharmaraja College. Then after that, I selected into engineering faculty. So that's Faculty of Engineering, University of Peradeniya. Then I completed my degree. Then I was in the academic staff for few years. Then after that, I started while in the academic staff. Then I started this teaching of combined maths. The reason is because I really love this. Okay, so that liking took me to do this teaching. Okay, so each year there are successful stories. They are telling their honest stories that after they joining with my class and how they have passed the time and how they sticked onto the target. Because some students, in the beginning they are like very energetic, very curious, like you today, right? But when time goes on, little bit, parts are collapsing. Okay, so you can imagine if you are driving a vehicle, one by one nuts and bolts are getting down, then what will happen in the end? You have to walk for sure, right? So it's like that. That's why I'm here. So every day I'm taking you in this journey to make you a successful person. Successful person in the sense to successfully enter into engineering faculty, right? Is it hard? No, it's not hard. Then why people are telling this is like a hard task? Why? When some are like trying to do maths as their advanced level stream, then sometimes parents they are, oh, you are going to do maths? Is it? Are you sure? Right? Likewise, those questions are there. Let's say some of your relatives, some relations, they also, oh, you are going to do combined maths. Are you sure that your selection is, are you sure about your selection? Some questions are like that, right? So you will be, for sure, you will be, you will be getting this kind of comments for sure in these upcoming weeks, maybe months time. But the person who is doing this is you. Okay, so maybe your parents they asked you to do this. Puta, try this combined maths team, whether it is matching to you. Likewise, they are asking sometimes. Okay, because all the parents, even my mother and father also liked that I'm becoming an engineer. Okay, so they are in their mindset when they are when they saw me for the first time in this world, they also thought maybe, I don't know, I have to ask from them. They also thought, okay, if my son is going to become an engineer, so we can be proud, right? For sure, they thought like that. So why not your parents? So they also thought the same way when you were born to this world, right? So I don't think my son or my daughter will go into do some other bullshit things. No, none of the parents are thinking like that. Because why they are thinking like that? Because they love you, right? So even me also, I love you all of my students. So I'm also taking you sometimes I'm also using some tactics, okay, and some techniques to take you into the target, which is selecting into engineering faculty. So then why these people in the society are thinking if you selected maths, oh, he is doing maths, no? Why is thinking like that? Because it's not because it's hard, right? It's not hard, it's very easy. And why they are thinking like that? Because you have to have a clear, very energetic, very good confidence must be with you. to do this, right? Because I just told you from the example that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 classes. So it's obvious sometimes you may get sick, sometimes there can be rain, so you are unable to join with the class. Sometimes I may have to give you a holiday. Sometimes holidays also come, like New Year holidays, right, in the near future. Then we are giving some time. But the most important thing is sticking to the schedule, not missing the work, right? That's the hard part here. Not just because the combined math syllabus is hard or it's more difficult or it's complex. No, it's not like that. This is a very nice, fascinating subject for sure. If you have your brothers, sisters, right, elder brothers, elder sisters, or maybe your parents, right, if they followed combined maths, then you can get a comment. Okay, so it's like really nice subject. So that's why I still love this subject. Now I have done more than decade these classes. So every day I'm teaching these subject matters, but each time I also get very happy of teaching these things because I love to that subject, and it's very nice, it's very fascinating. The beauty that we are getting of the subject is not it's like it we see that from our brain, right? So we see that virtually. Okay, the beauty we are seeing in the subject virtually, right? So it's like we can tell it's like a habit, good habit to getting, and addiction actually, right? So if you learn the things well in very interesting way, then it's very interesting actually, and you are addicting to it, right? So then if you got that taste in your taste bud, right, not here, here actually, then you are not going to miss any single class, because every day you come here and you work problems with me, right? Every day we solve a lot of problems. Then there comes the happiness, right, of problem solving and learning new theories. Okay, so that is the truth behind this learning of combined maths, right? So if you had that taste until your A levels exam, for sure, then you are going to finish in engineering faculty by selecting into engineering faculty for sure, right? And maybe after completing your engineering degree, then you will go into some another country to study more, maybe higher studies, PhD, MSc, whatever, right? So it's like that. So this is like more conceptual things that we are seeing here, and for combined maths you are learning. If you select for advanced level combined math stream, so it's called physical science stream. Okay, it's called physical science stream. So in physical science, what are the subjects that you are going to learn is combined maths, okay, then physics, then the other one is chemistry. Okay, so if you are learning these three subjects, then we tell it's physical science. Okay, so if you do these three subjects, then you are eligible to apply for engineering faculty, but you should have marks as well, okay, in A levels exam, right? So because many of you still don't know the subjects, sometimes maybe, but some of you know, but I will give you very little bit of picture here, right? Then we are going directly into combined maths, okay, right? So then students who are doing biology, they are skipping combined maths, but they are doing biology. So biology, physics, chemistry. Then we tell that biological science. Okay. So we tell the students who are doing bio, that means they are doing biology, physics, chemistry. Okay. And now another selection is there. So you can skip chemistry, but you can select IT, right? Combined maths, physics, IT. Then you are eligible to go into some IT degrees as well. Okay, so these are like basic fundamental things about the streams that you are going to learn. Okay, so there are students, yeah, so it's like this. So some students are asking questions. So they are asking, what if I select IT for chemistry, right? So it's like this. Let me tell you, you have a bucket, right? So suppose that you are having a bucket. I don't have a bucket near here, okay? Otherwise I will show you. And bucket, let's say it's like this much of size. And if you have like a jar or a big cup, let's say aluminum cup. So if bucket is this combined maths, physics, chemistry, then jar is like combined maths, physics and IT. Because if you select IT instead of chemistry, then the number of courses, that means number of degrees that you are eligible to get is bit limited. Okay, that's it. Because for engineering, for sure you have to do combined maths, physics and chemistry, right? But still, if you select IT instead of chemistry, still you are eligible to go into computer science and IT. Likewise, there are some degrees. So I'm hoping to make some video of that. So I will put that in later. Okay. So there is a YouTube channel, Absolute Mathematics. So I will share everything in the group. So before everything, I will write my contact number here. So WhatsApp number, because some of you don't know the things. So this is the number, note 71 71 676 98. Okay, so you can send a WhatsApp message. Okay, so you can send a WhatsApp message to get any details about the class. And also we will send you the WhatsApp channel link as well, so you can join into that channel, and all the information I'll be mentioning in the WhatsApp channel. So it's better to note down this number. So all the communications are happened through this number. So most of the time I'll be answering the phone, but sometimes our call center, they are also answering to this number. Okay, right. So in that way you can get any information regarding the classes and other things, and maybe your personal questions about selecting subjects or whatever the thing. I'll be helping as much as possible to do your selections. Okay, right. So now we have looked like whole picture now. So now we will come into this, where combined maths. Are you ready to go and have a look about combined maths? Are you ready? Right. Okay. So right. Okay. So now we will have a look about the subjects. Okay, right. Now, combined maths. So, combined maths, let's have a look. What are the things in it? Okay. So, combined maths, mainly it has two parts. Okay. Combined maths, mainly you have two main parts. So, one is pure mathematics and other one is applied. Okay, other one is applied maths. So these are the main two subject areas in combined maths actually. Okay, so in the beginning students are thinking what are the parts in combined maths. It's like that. Okay, so what are the parts in combined maths? They are like thinking like that. So the main parts in combined maths, pure maths and applied maths. Those are the two main parts in combined maths. Okay, and in this pure maths there are certain subcategories, and in applied maths also there are certain subcategories. Okay, so in pure maths you will be learning algebra, trigonometry, coordinate geometry, and calculus. Okay, what are them? Algebra, trigonometry, coordinate geometry, and calculus. Okay, so those are the four main parts in where? In pure maths. Okay, then in applied maths, we are learning statics, dynamics, number 3, probability and statistics. Okay, those are the main areas that you are going to learn under this combined maths. Okay, so these are the main areas that you are going to learn under combined maths. So combined maths mainly has two parts, pure maths and applied maths. Under pure maths you have algebra, trigonometry, coordinate geometry and calculus. Okay, under applied maths, statics, dynamics, probability and statistics. Okay, so those are the main areas that you are going to learn in this subject, which is combined maths. Right, so I will give you some little bit of idea about each and every part. Okay, so because let's say algebra, it has like multiple different lessons in it. Okay, in calculus there are different lessons, coordinate geometry different lessons. So trigonometry, it's like a entire whole picture, so you are going to finish that part as a single section. But algebra, it is like divided into several parts, and one by one you are going to cover in separate lessons. Okay, so statics also, it also has separate lessons. Dynamics also like same. This third one, you are seeing that it has two parts, probability and statistics. Okay, so it's like that. Then I will give you some little bit of idea about this, what that you are going to learn in algebra and what is about trigonometry. Like, I will give you some general picture here, but I am not going to discuss more and more things. I am not going to do that because we are learning each and every part in near future. Okay, so that is the reason. Okay, so algebra. So what comes to your mind when we say algebra? So you know that you have already dealt with x squared, y, xy, right, and expansions, quadratic equations, right, polynomials, partial fractions, so, and series. Okay, so likewise matrices, we will be learning a lot of lessons under this algebra. Okay, so binomial expansion, right, so there are plenty of lessons that we are going to cover under this. Okay, logarithms likewise. Then trigonometry, you already know that dealing with sine theta, cos theta, tan theta, right? But in advanced levels, you will be learning another new three trigonometric ratios: cosec theta, cot theta, sec theta, right? And the relationships, sine squared theta plus cos squared theta equals to 1, right? Likewise, you are going to do and solving trigonometric equations, right? Likewise, you are going to do a lot of things, CD formulas, okay, trigonometric graphs, right, addition of trigonometric ratios, sin C plus sin D, right, sine expansion of sin A plus B, likewise. So a lot of parts that we are going to learn under trigonometry. Okay, so I am just like giving you highlights only here, right, highlights in the sense super duper highlights. Okay, so you may have watched the World Cup, T20 World Cup. So imagine that the entire match, let's say one innings is played how many? 1 hour, 1 hour and 30 minutes, maybe 2 hours, right? So then if you watch the entire 2 hours in just like 4 minutes, it's like that. Okay, super duper highlights. Okay, so coordinate geometry, you know that already. Straight line, okay, straight line, equation of a straight line, y equals to mx plus c, and there are some other forms of a straight line. Okay, and the gradient. Okay, how to find gradient of a straight line? Okay, then if straight lines are intersecting, the finding of intersection points, right? Then lot of things like that. Okay, so we will be learning this coordinate geometry under two separate sections: straight line and another one is circle, right? Circle. So have you imagined that for this it has an equation, okay, have you imagined? So you know already that equation of a straight line, you know, right, y equals to mx plus c. So likewise for a circle also there is an equation. For your curiosity, I will just give you. So if the center is origin means let's say, okay, I will give you some brief idea here. So this is origin, x, y, this is O. So if the radius is r, so we can write x squared plus y squared equals to r squared. Okay, so it's like that. So this is the equation of a circle where center is the origin. Very simple. Okay, so for now I can tell how we are getting this also. So how we are getting that? So by selecting a point here, just some little bit of briefing about one over, like, okay. So we know this is x and this is y. So by just applying Pythagoras theorem, x squared plus y squared equals to r squared. So here we get x squared plus y squared equals to r squared. Okay, so not a rocket science here. Okay, very simple cases. So you just understood that equation of a circle. So how we get that? By just applying what? Pythagoras theorem. Okay, so it's like that, very interesting. The things that you learned are going to join here. And I don't know how you have done your O levels, whether you done it like superb or whether you have done it like average or it's like okay type, whatever it is. I'm going to teach you all the basics here, like all of the simplifications. Okay, every simplification, including difference of two squares, expansion, x plus y complete square, how we are expanding, right, and how we are simplifying lot of things, addition of two cubes, okay, difference of two cubes, right. So nice, very nice thing. Factorizing, okay, everything we are learning under simplifications. Okay, so it's very interesting part. And if you done your O level up to whatever context, still it doesn't matter, because I'm going to teach you all the techniques, all the important techniques under simplifications. Then after learning simplifications, then we are like going inside to combined maths, into combined math syllabus. Okay, it's like gliding very smoothly. Okay, so those who have done like snorkeling or surfing or what, scuba diving, right? Scuba diving is a little bit risky, but snorkeling is just you have that windpipe, no? So easily you can just go and have a look under the corals. Okay, so those who have done scuba diving, let me check about your leisure time activities. No one? Seems not. Okay. Right. Okay. So scuba diving means that you are going in a boat to the sea and you are wearing oxygen cylinder and the connector, regulator, and you are going inside to the sea, right? So you can do someday in your life. It's very interesting, and you have to be careful, right? Whatever the adventure activity that you do, you have to, there is a risk. Even walking in the road also there is a risk, because vehicle can come and hit you, right? So today, those who have gone out and came today, so you are taking huge risk, because you know those who are like doing combined maths, they are thinking, oh, this one is doing combined maths is risky. No, you took more risk than this. If you came to home today in a vehicle, whatever vehicle, you are just trusting the line in the center of the road. What if any bugger came to the other side? Finished. Okay, go on. Right? So everything there is a risk, right? You saw that in Ditta incident, in Ditta cyclone, how many houses has gone, right? So I saw many houses because I was in Kandy at that time, and I was going from Kandy to Kurnagala in the middle of the most critical time, and I got the feeling that all of the areas are very unstable. So my heart is like pumping blood to keep me alive, and like, okay, so we will discuss those things later, right? So anyway, so this is about coordinate geometry. You are learning straight line and circle. Then this part, calculus. So what is coming to your mind when you hear this word calculus? Yes? Do any of you are getting some ideas when you hear calculus? You can put a comment over there. When you hear calculus, what comes to your mind? Let me see a few comments. Newton, calculator, Newton. Okay. Different suggestions. Right. Yes. Great. So some of you are thinking about Newton. Yes, actually, Isaac Newton and Leibniz, those two are the founders of calculus actually, right? So that is like advanced answer that you gave. So I was expecting like this kind of answer, Tintin cartoon, because you saw Professor Calculus there. I don't know, maybe you those who watch Tintin cartoon, no one, maybe okay, there are students, because now maybe I don't know, maybe Tintin is not broadcasting in the TV, or because now now you are in generation Z, isn't it? Right? So I don't know, maybe Sirasa or the other TV channels thought, okay, we will not broadcast Tintin, but we will broadcast Ben 10. Maybe you know Ben 10 characters. I don't know about Ben 10. Okay. So anyway, so calculus, this is like a really interesting area. So calculus, so what you are learning under calculus, it's simply the rate of change of something. Okay, so it's the rate actually. So let me tell you some example. Now you know speed. So speed means what? Rate of change of what? Distance, no? Isn't it? So per second, how many meters that the vehicle has traveled. So it is the rate of change actually. So differentiation and integration are the main parts that we are learning under calculus. So when you start learning calculus in these combined maths in advanced levels, so if you do engineering, if you selected into engineering, then there is engineering maths, engineering mathematics 1. So I am telling about university, okay, engineering faculty syllabus here. So you will be learning engineering mathematics 1, 2, 3, 4, and under engineering mathematics 4, you will be learning more advanced methods of this calculus, right? Integration and differentiation, Laplace transformation, lot of new solving differential equations, right? Likewise, lot of things, these things are going to continue. So I hope that you are going to learn them. Right. So there are students who are very curious about asking about the engineers. Okay, I will tell about engineers. Yes, I know, because you are really like to hear those things from an engineer, because I'm also an engineer. I will tell you those things, okay, because I know you are a bit curious, because the curiosity is the driving force that you are going to learn this subject, right? So there I will help you, because it's a good vision. Okay, so that's about pure maths basically. So it's like we are learning like one lesson for few weeks. Actually, it's not easy to explain like this when we are going into a lesson, because we have to do theories, and we have to solve problems, and we have to solve past paper problems, and then you are facing unit tests, and you are facing tests, right? So it's a journey like that, very interesting one. Okay, so when we look at applied maths, okay, when we look at applied maths, you have statics. Statics means it's like something which is not moving, like this. Now if we learn about this, so it goes under statics. Okay, it goes under statics. Statics means the learning of the things happening there, objects which are not moving, right? Objects which are not moving, we tell that as statics. Okay, so friction, then forces, vectors, okay, equilibrium of a force, equilibrium of a solid object, right? Then jointed rods, okay. So Bose notation, like there are lessons like this, and center of gravity. Okay, so I'm not going to tell more and more and more because it's just we are going to learn all of these lessons, right? So the things that are not moving, we learn under statics. Another example, so I can keep this pen like this. See, so now it's under equilibrium. So one end is supported by the board and other end is supported in where? In my hand, right? So it is just staying there. It is under equilibrium. So we will be learning about the objects like that. Okay. See, it's like this, the object, and it has a weight like this. Okay, and so this board is very smooth actually, right? So this is a brand new board that today is the first day that I am using this board for a class. Okay, this specific board. So it's very smooth. Okay, so I can tell that no friction is there. So only a force is coming like this, normal force. So I'm just giving you some to get some idea only. Okay, so you can just have a look, right? So we will be learning about these things in future. And I kept the other end on my hand. So my hand compared to board, it is a bit rough. Okay, so rough in the sense, yeah, it's actually rough. I work. Okay, so it's a bit rough. So there is a friction. So frictional force is there. So I can tell another reaction is going like this, a force. So P, let's say R, forces are like this. So from these three forces, this object, or we can tell this rod, is under equilibrium. Okay, so it is under equilibrium, right? So we will be learning about equilibrium of a particle and equilibrium of solid objects like this, right? And we are calculating the forces. We are taking components, horizontal components, vertical components, and we are adding them and we are showing the answers. Very, very interesting. Okay, so don't try to understand this because I just showed you only, not showed you to understand, just to have a look the things that you are doing in your future. So it's good to have a look. That's why I have done that, right? So we will be studying about these objects under statics. And another one like this, we can take the example, the bulb in your room maybe, right? So if the bulb in your room is hanging like this, now it is also under equilibrium. It has weight and the string has tension or the wire has tension. So it is also under equilibrium, right? Equilibrium under two forces, right? So likewise, so things that we learn which are not moving, those are going under statics, okay? Separate lessons. And dynamics. So dynamics, so objects not are moving. So when I hold this, now this is static, under statics. When I release that, now it is dynamic. So very easy. So whenever you throw this, then also it is under dynamics. So we will be learning the motion under gravity, okay? Then we will be learning projectiles, and we will be learning relative velocity, circular motion, right? So those who have tried, you are getting a bucket of water and you have a rope and you tie the rope on the bucket, right? On the bucket, the circular area, you tie the rope, so you can hold this bucket with water in it and you can try rotating that. So it gives you a good feeling that the bucket is like this, going here and there like this, right? But make sure the rope is strong enough, and the bucket lid is also strong. Otherwise what will happen, if it suddenly the string is broken, then the bucket will go and it will hit your sister or your brothers somewhere. Then there can be a problem. Or bucket can go up and hit on the roof, it also a problem, okay? So it's like that. So so that is we tell, we can learn actually. So that is we tell circular motion, okay? So object is under circular motion. And another one, so if you take some object and let me check whether there is some object to see. Okay, I will take this. This is actually not a good object to do like this. This is a mouse actually. Mouse means computer component, okay? So I can hold this, the mouse like this, okay? So I can hold it like this. Then what I can do, okay, so you saw now. So I can hold it like this and I can give you a slight and it will go like this, okay? So I am not giving any, so I will hold it like this, then I will keep my hand like this without moving. So now it is oscillating, okay? So the object, that's the word that we are using, the object is now oscillating. So it is a specific type of motion. So it oscillates from midpoint to this side and midpoint to the other side, okay? It oscillates centering a midpoint. So it's a special type of motion. We tell that motion simple harmonic motion, okay? What is it? Simple harmonic motion. So not only that, but if you, I don't have a spring right now, but if you have a spring and if you tie some like a stone below, then you just drag it a bit and you release it. Then object is going like this. It will go like this. It is also moving up and down over center point, right? So it is passing the center point into one direction and passing the center point into other direction. Okay, so it is also oscillating, so that is also simple harmonic motion. So there is a complete lesson we are going to learn, which is simple harmonic motion. Okay, so that is also coming under dynamics. So actually this learning of these applied maths is pretty much different to pure maths. The reason is because the things that we learn under pure maths connecting into where? Connecting into applied maths. Okay, so that's why first we are doing actually pure maths. We are learning pure maths actually in the beginning. Then after like learning some lessons of pure maths, then we are moving into applied sections. Okay, so that is the usual way that we are learning this combined math syllabus. Okay, right. Then dynamics, under dynamics, then we are learning about wedges as well, and pulleys. Pulley, you know, the way that you can take water out from a well, pulley, right? You put a bucket and a rope is going over the pulley and you are holding the other side and you take like this and water will come up. So there are pulley systems, simple pulley systems, right, and advanced pulley systems, for example like this, but we are not using like that kind of pulley systems to get bucket of water. Okay, so but I will just show you. Okay, another weight is connected here, so you can see this is a different pulley system. Okay, so these two pulleys cannot move actually, but this pulley can go up and down. This is also a pulley, yeah? This is also a pulley. This string can go over the pulley, so it can go up and down. So this is a movable pulley. These pulleys are not movable. So we will be learning about this kind of pulley systems under dynamics. Okay, right. So that is about dynamics. Then this is the last part that we are going to learn in today's overview of the syllabus: probability and statistics. So probability, you easily know. If you get a die and if you put it, or if you get a coin and if you toss the coin, I don't have a coin right now, so if you toss a coin, so there is a probability of getting head or tails, right? So there is a probability of getting head or tails. So that's the simply probability. It can be 0 or it can be 1, maximum 1 or minimum 0, right? So that's the simple explanation about probability. But there are Morgan and base rule. Okay, those are in the end of the lesson under probability. Okay, so like that. Then statistics also, you know, finding average, finding the average height of your class, right? So let's say you have 25 students in your class, so you can add all the heights of the students and you can divide by 25, so you will get average height. It's like adding all the marks and dividing by number of heads, so you are getting the average marks for maths or average marks for health science, right? So statistics, but those are the things that you learn. But in advanced levels, we are going somewhere deep. We are learning variance, standard deviation. Okay, so and Pearson's coefficient. So likewise, we are going here and there, and we are learning more and more things under statistics, right? So that is like, even though it is put under applied maths, this is like a separate area that you are going to learn. So it's also like interesting area, right? Okay, so this is about the general picture of combined maths, right? I'll give you like few minutes so you can take down this. Okay, right. Okay, so don't worry, I'll be explaining about the exam paper, right? I'll be explaining it very well. Don't worry, there are students who are asking about the paper, so I'll be explaining it. The paper composition and how you are going to get marks. So that's what I'm going to explain next, right? Okay, it's good to see that you are like curious. That's good. Okay, right. Okay, so let's now have a look about the paper. But before that, before going into that, let's write something about I. So you can maybe you have already put the heading combined maths. If not, still it's fine. Just put combined maths. Write the heading combined maths. Okay. Then write some few words I will tell. Okay. then we will go directly into the paper, exam paper structure. Okay, so combined maths, then write combined maths syllabus was introduced. Combined maths syllabus was introduced in combined maths syllabus was introduced in the year 1998. So you were not born, no? In 1998, you were in the previous life. Okay, combined math syllabus was introduced in the year 1998. Then it was held. Then it was held for advanced level examination. Then it was held for advanced level examination in the year of 2000. In the year of 2000. Okay. Before the year 2000, before the year 2000, there were, before the year 2000, there were two subjects. Before the year 2000, there were two subjects. There were two subjects. Pure maths and applied maths. There were two subjects, pure maths and applied maths. Okay, pure maths and applied maths. Okay, so that means before the year 2000, there were like four subjects: physics, chemistry, pure maths, applied maths. Then they combined pure maths and applied maths and made what? Combined maths. Okay, so that's how it came. In biology also, zoology and botany, they mixed it and gave biology. Okay, right. Okay, so that's about combined maths, and about the composition of combined maths, you already have the chart I gave you about that, so it's already done. Right, now we are going to see examination paper structure. Okay, so put a heading there, exam paper structure. Exam paper structure. Okay, put the heading there, exam paper structure. Okay, then write a sentence there. For the A-level examination, for the A-level examination, we are getting, for the A-level examination, we are getting two papers. For the A-level examination, we are getting two papers. for the A-level examination, we are getting 2 papers, comma, paper 1 and paper 2. Paper 1 and paper 2. Okay, so paper 1 is from pure maths, paper 2 is from applied. Okay, so that's how you are getting the paper. Paper 1 is from pure, paper 2 is from applied. Okay, right. So it's like both of the papers are like same format. Only the difference is paper 1 is from pure maths, paper 2 is from applied maths. That's the only difference. Other than that, both of the papers are, the structure is like same. Okay, the structure is like same. So now if I tell you about a paper, then it applies to the other paper as well, right? So about paper 1, it has 2 main parts, part A, part B. Okay, so part A, you have 10 short questions. You need to answer all of those 10 short questions. Okay, part B, you have 7 essay questions. You need to answer 5 essay questions out from 7. Okay, clear? So you have 10 short questions. You need to answer all of those 10 short questions. Under part B, you have you are getting 7 essay questions. You need to answer 5 essay questions of that given 7 questions. Right. Now we will see how the marks are being given. Okay. Now we will see how the marks are being given. So in this part A, so you have 10 short questions. So each question give you 25 marks. So 25 into 10, it's 250 marks. Okay. So you have 10 questions. Each question give you 25 marks. 25 into 10, 250 marks are there. Okay. Right. Then here in part B, you have 5 answered essay questions. So each give you 150 marks. So 150 into 5, 750. Okay, 750. Here 10 short questions, 25 per question, 250. Here 5 essay type questions, each 150 into 5, 750. So altogether you are getting 1000 marks. Right? So in paper 2 also, same way, again you are getting another 1000 marks. Right? 1000 plus 1000 will give you how much? 2000 marks. Okay? So you are getting how many? 2000. Then how to convert this 2000 marks into 100? How to convert it? How? Now you have 2000. How to convert 2000 marks into 100? Simple question I am asking here. How to convert it? You simply divide by what? Yes, correct. Very simple question. You simply divide it by 20. Okay. So you divide it by 20, then you are getting 100. Okay. Then you are getting 100 marks. Right. So that's how your exam paper structure, that's how you are getting. Okay. So that means you have to get 20 marks of this total paper to get 1 mark. Then it's like good, because if you made some mistake, let's say you in a paper, you let's say you got 100 marks out, then 100 marks means divide by 20, only 5 marks. In the main paper you missed only 5 marks, right? But in the other hand, if we look at that from the other side, okay, so in order to get 5 marks, you have to get how many marks? 100 marks here, right? So it's good and bad both. Okay. So but it's easy because why they made like this? Because you are learning a lot of area. So I showed you in the board in the previously, right? Previously I showed you. So you are learning a lot. That's why they are giving 2000 marks, right? Then it simply divide by 20, you are getting 100. So it's very easy. Sometimes they ask in theories, sometimes the problems are very easy. So it's like that. And there are sometimes challenging questions as well, because it's an exam. So but if you learn everything well, it's very easy, right? So naturally all of those ideas are coming to your mind. Okay, you can write down this. This is exam paper structure. Exam paper structure. And how many minutes that you are getting? How many minutes that you are getting for the question? How many minutes? How many minutes for the paper? So it's 3-hour paper. Okay. Paper 1 is 3 hours. Paper 2 is also 3 hours. Both like same. Paper 2 also has part A and part B. The composition is same. Right. So paper 1 is 3 hours. Paper 2 is also 3 hours. Okay. So both are 3-hour papers. Okay, you can mark this in your book. So the recommended book that you need to write is what? Is actually the CR book, right? The message which we have sent to your WhatsApp numbers is also mentioned that getting a CR book is a must, right? So get a CR book. Don't use these little exercise books, but get a CR book. Always, right? Always follow the things that I tell, right? So I'm going to help you during this journey up to the A levels exam. So just follow the things that I am telling, then it is very easy for you. Okay, right? Please note down these things. Okay, right. Okay, those who need more time. Okay, seems not. Okay. Now I will just put physics, chemistry also here, the time that you are getting in the exam. Okay. So this is combined maths. Then I will write physics. Physics also you have paper 1 and paper 2. Paper 1 is 2 hours. Okay. So paper 2, 3 hours. Chemistry. Chemistry, paper 1, 2 hours. Paper 2, 3 hours. Let's get bio also here. Biology. Paper 1, 2 hours. Paper 2, 3 hours. Now you can have a look. For combined maths, 6 hours. For physics, 5 hours. For chemistry, 5 hours. We don't care, but we'll put that also here. 5 hours. So you can have a look that. So for combined maths, additional 1 hour is there to examine you, right? So you can see that more important, right? So this subject is more important. Why all the others are just 5 hours? Why you also evaluating 6 hours? Because it states that combined maths is like the king. Okay, so I'm very proud to teach you about this most important subject of entire advanced level syllabus, combined maths. And you also can be proud that you are going to learn, you are going to start this nice journey with me, right? Okay, so that's just to have a look about the other subjects and the exam time. Right, okay, so then next week you will be getting this the file and the tudes. Okay, so you will be getting like the tudes and the file. So then every day we will be doing all the work in the class. So we are referring to these tudes. So all the tudes and everything is only on English. Okay, so you will be learning everything under English medium. So it's like this, it's like the same like this first day. So all the other classes I'm not switching into Sinhalese or Tamil or whatever the language, I'm not switching like that, but instead I'll be doing all the entire classes like this way, only using my language as English only, right? Because that's way, because in my classes there are a lot of Sinhalese and Tamil students, and sometimes different kind of students are joining. So I'll be limiting only to English only, right? So I'll be not using the other languages. Okay, so That's the way, right? Now, before going into the first part, which is simplifications, I will tell you about class information before moving into that. Then we will come into the lesson. And there were like questions also. So I will go into the question that some student asked, what are the other subject areas? What are the other engineering fields that you know? So there were some questions. So I will go to that question. First, I will tell about my classes. Then I will tell about that. I will answer that question. Then we will come into the simplifications, the part. Okay, right. Okay, so this is about my classes. So usually I will be doing these classes on Saturday. Okay, I will write it here in the board. Okay, I'll be delivering these classes on Saturday. So Saturday, what time? Saturday, this is the time, 7:30 p.m. usual time, 7:30 p.m. to 10 p.m. Okay, so this is our time. So next day it's different because we will be starting on this time and we will be going up to this time, and we will be continuously doing our work. Okay, so because we don't have time to waste, so we will be doing like that. So since today is the first day, that's why I mentioned about many things, and time to time I will tell you some stories like that, because I know from the experience that some students are coming and sticking, and they are getting the energy, they are getting the warmth of those stories, and they move forward, right? So it's a really important thing. And every Saturday we will be doing classes like this, and I'll be completing unit by unit. Then there are tests from each unit one by one. Then after that we will be starting papers also, and I'll be giving papers weekly, right? So after we are learning up to some certain level, then we will be starting paper classes. Then you will be learning you have to answer papers, and then we will be checking your marks as well, right? And we have a panel to mark your papers, and we will be giving you marks, right? So each week you will be getting papers when we start these paper classes, right? So you will be evaluated each week, right? So these are like super duper plan we have. So when you just follow this plan, no one can stop you of getting a superb A to your combined maths. Okay, so we are not doing this just to practice, we are doing this for long period of time. So it's to you to decide whether you are following this or leaving it, right? Whatever it is, I'm okay to anything, because every time the students who are sticking to the class and who are coming continuously without missing classes, right? There are several students joining with my classes from Jaffna, Batiklo, Kandy, Colombo, Gol, Mathura, right? Kagol, lot of Nuerelia, right? Hatton. So everywhere over the country. So a lot of students, sometimes overseas as well, because they are living in overseas, but they are writing exams in Sri Lanka. So they are also joining. So it's like that. So there are more students like that. Some are joining directly to this online time, and some are they cannot join, so they will be getting the recording, right? So what my advice here is to come to this live session actually. But if you have any clash or anything, or if you have, sometimes there can be rain, right? So if rain is there, then how you can switch on your laptop? It's difficult, right? Then if there is a thundering goes on, then you will also pass the way. Right? Then who is going to learn combined maths? Then who I am going to teach? Right? So it's like that. So you have to take safety precautions. Then we will give you recording, but we are monitoring you, right? The students who are in the class, we are closely monitoring you, right? I know about them, and I know about their progress, and we have separate mechanisms with us, right? So I'm an engineer, so I have all the methods, unique methods to me. Then I know how students are going, and I monitor their progress. Then I will do like that, right? Sometimes your parents also asking about, what about my student, how my students now, how my children, right? My students, for me, no. So for them, they are children, right? So they are asking about that. Then I will be updating them, right? So why all of these mechanisms here is to give you the correct guidance, right? So however way you came to this class now, right? So it's a lucky chance, right? So you came to this class and you are going to learn every day, right? Then let's say after like 1 month time, you are learning a lot of these combined maths, right? Then we are immediately starting the syllabus, and we are going in syllabus as well of combined maths, right? Then it's like that. So when the time passes by, so you will acquire more and more techniques of combined maths. Then it's easy to face into term tests and to the A levels exam. So then why you are not getting the required target? For sure you are going into target. So I also gone into that. So I have created my unique way, right? The unique way of explaining the things, and unique way of giving you these problems, and evaluating the analyzing the problem, and how to reach into the answer, and how to get answers from the problem itself, right? Likewise, there are nice techniques. So I'll be teaching all of those techniques without any hassle. So only thing is, you have to follow the way that I tell, right? So here in the class, in this class, so I really expect your the discipline, right? So every time you have to join the class on time, and you cannot leave the class early, right? So you have to wait until the class is over, and we are monitoring about you, right? So this process is to give you a good result actually, right? So everything that I know, I am using here, right? So that's the difference here. So at the end, the ultimate target is attained, right? Then you will appreciate me everywhere that you see. Oh, this is our sir, he has done this task and we came up to this level. So it's like that, right? So there are, every day when I am going here and there are students everywhere I am seeing. Maybe some students I taught them like 10 years ago, right? So I'm also not that much old person, but still I have like that kind of history, because as soon as I graduated from the university, from the Faculty of Engineering, I have started these things, and now some students are abroad also, right? They are working, and some are in Sri Lanka. So it's like that. So anyway, this is about the class and the schedule, and time to time I'll be putting extra classes also, because we need to cover up everything. So it's bit different than schools, because in schools, some schools, it's really appreciated that they work, because they cover all the syllabus. They do really good job actually in the schools, but in some schools, not all of them, but in some schools, they don't cover a lot of problems like this, right? Instead, they just put the topics and they do the past papers, the lesson is finished, then going into the next lesson. But we cannot chase like that, right? Because I have to start from zero of the lesson, then I have to take you up to the 100 of that lesson, right? Then it takes some time, right? But in schools, some schools, they don't take that much responsibility, maybe good or bad, I don't mind actually, but I have to tell you this, right? Then you know these things in advance. So whether they are covering like that, or whether they are doing very well, it doesn't matter, because I'll be doing every lesson from 0 to 100, right? So then for sure you are doing like that. Okay, then there are some students actually during the COVID period. So I was doing physical classes in Gampaha, and going from Kandy to Gampaha, there was a student in the class, and he is now in engineering faculty. So he mentioned me that, sir, so one day I was sleeping in the class and you blamed at me. Then I was like came into the correct mindset, and now I'm in engineering faculty. Thank you very much. So he's giving me a call. So tomorrow I have the inauguration program of the engineering faculty. So there are like stories like that. So sometimes you will think this is like a tough class, so you can think like that. Maybe I'm telling now a lot of rules and regulations now here, so sometimes you will feel that no, it's not like that. I'm telling these the details in the first class because if when I told you, when I said these things, then it's easier because the next day that you are coming, you know these things, right? Then I'm not going to repeat all the things in the second day, right? What I do, I just start from the lesson and I will move forward, right? So, but there are students who are joining new and new, so I don't have anything to do do to them, okay? So I'm focusing here those who are very confident and who are very energetic to learn and to continue. So I'll be taking them and I am going forward, right? So what I see here is if you are continuously coming to classes and if you think that you can do something and you think okay I have to learn and I should not miss any single minute of the class. If you have that mindset, for sure I am with you, right? I'm going to help you. I'm going to give you from 0 level to 100%, and you can check in your exams, in your tests, term tests in your schools, you will be getting more and more marks, right? Because I'll be now putting more and more exams, unit tests first, then term test one by one, then entire paper classes. So I'll be starting them as soon as possible. So learning is a different thing and writing answers to paper is a completely different thing. This end and that end, like that, right? Because when you are learning, it's a different process. When you are answering, it's a different process. It's like here learning and there you are showing off. So you should know how to show off. Then time management is there. How to select questions is there, right? How to keep your mindset open. If you not answer the question correctly, then how to balance your mind, everything is there. So why they are evaluating these things in the exam paper? Because when you are becoming an engineer, you get those problems, okay? So let's say you are in a site. So now you are a civil engineer and you are in a site. So suddenly the landslide is happening there. Now you see now unexpected thing has happened. Now you have to apply the things that you know and you need to deal with the people and you have to inform project manager or the senior management, right? And you have to save your people if they are working nearby, right? So it's like that, okay? So the cyclone incident, there are many examples like that, okay? Right. So I will come into that engineering, who are engineers and the part after explaining this, right? Okay, I will come back to here. So Saturday 7:30 p.m. to 10 p.m. and so you can write down this on the back of your book or on the note itself or whatever it is, right? Because this is really important, right? So get the decision today itself and do the work, right? Because the students who are like that, I'll be helping as much as I can. Others can still have a walk, have a look, and they can select the classes and go here and there. Still, the door is open for you, but don't miss the classes. Okay? Don't miss the classes because the students who are enrolling, as I mentioned, so I'll be looking after them, and you are getting the personalized help from me if you had any problem solving difficulties or anything that I'll be thinking about you like that. Okay, right? Okay. Yes, and there are students asking, is the payment is for March? Yes, this payment is for March. Okay, so this payment is for month of March, right? And Don't worry about anything else. Just follow the things I say, and I'll be managing the time and everything. I'll be managing, and I'll be doing the required things. Okay, don't worry about that. Okay, right. So I'll be erasing this, because the students who are, I mentioned already, right? I mentioned in the beginning of the class that the more time to settle down on advanced level class as an advanced level student, then the risk is increasing, right? So don't take more time, decide today itself. Okay, so that's what, then you are okay, I'm an advanced level student, so I have to work like this. Then so you are not able to do your funny things, your leisure time activities, you are not able. No, you are able. You can do whatever thing you like. You can go here and there, you can have a walk with your friend, but don't miss classes. Okay, so if you are going here and there, missing classes, then there is a problem, right? All the problems are because of not balancing your work, right? The last video that I posted in YouTube also about balancing schoolwork, right? So you are thinking schoolwork, the extracurricular work is like more important than your academics. Then you dig your own grave by yourself. Okay, but too early. That's the problem. Okay, every day, any day, you, me, both, any day we are going down, no? But not too early, right? Okay, so I will erase this, then I right, then I will tell some asked about the engineering. So I will tell you about the engineering a little bit, very little bit, then I'll be starting simplification section. Okay, so in Peradeniya, in University of Peradeniya, the engineering faculty, so Faculty of Engineering, University of Peradeniya, we have these separate sections, different separate engineering departments, right? So what are them? Chemical and process engineering, so engineering I will put, okay, I will write entire name. Okay, then computer engineering, then civil engineering, then mechanical engineering, then electrical and electronic engineering, then production engineering, these are the 6 departments in Faculty of Engineering, University of Peradeniya. So I will tell a little bit about the things that they do. I will start from the bottom. Okay, so production engineering, MAS, Brandix, and apparel industry, and let's say tile manufacturing industry, steel manufacturing industry. Okay, so a lot of tea manufacturing, right? Then coconut oil, cement manufacturing, cement production, right? Pharmaceutical industry. So those, every production, so you will be learning under production engineering. 6 Sigma, line management, right? 5S, 5S, series and tone, likewise. So likewise, the production engineering is about that CNC machines, lathe, 3-jaw chuck, and the addendum, dedendum of gear systems, right? So milling, right? CNC, So PLC engineering terms, right? Molding and cast iron, right? So the things under production engineering. So if you are interested, you can put put some things. You can put some note over there. But I'm not giving time to write actually this, because some students ask questions, and this. So because I am an engineer, so I can explain them very well. So I will answer for that question. That's the why. That's the reason. Okay. Then electrical and electronic engineering. So in Moratuwa, it is like electrical engineering and electronic engineering, likewise too. But in Peradeniya, it's like both combined, electrical and electronic engineering. Electrical means, you know, house wiring and the power transmission, right? So those like electrical engineering. So, you know, inside house there are wiring systems, three-phase current, single-phase current, okay? So likewise, the electrical systems are there. The electronic means if you take out your mobile phone, okay? If you take out your mobile phone, inside the mobile phone, you know, there are a lot of integrated circuits, and you know, nano technology is there, right? So amplifiers, diodes, right? Transistors, NPN, PNP, right? So likewise, the things that you are going to learn under electronic engineering, right? And about the systems and Arduino boards and the line following robots, okay? The things like that. So you will be learning under this electrical and electronic engineering, okay? So transformers and high power, you know, high voltage systems, 22 kilo kV, right? The lines, that power transmission lines, you know, under Ceylon electric board. Now it's not more there, CEB, right? So likewise, that's under electrical and electronic engineering. Then mechanical engineering, you know, thermodynamics, under physics also you are learning about thermo. So thermodynamics and steam engineering, and you know, in steam there are superheated steam and saturated steam are there. So from the kettle, if you put water into the kettle and if you heat it up, then you are getting saturated steam, right? But if you close the lid like a pressure cooker, in the pressure cooker, what's happening is the steam, the temperature is passing above 100. Then we tell that superheated steam. So superheated steam, it's not visible to naked eye, right? So in the rice cooker or in the kettle, you see that is saturated steam. You can see saturated steam from ice, because you see that it's like a smoke, white colored smoke is there. But when it is superheated, you will not see anything, right? Then, so sometimes, you know, there are boilers in factories, right? Steam boilers. So when they are getting superheated steam, so if the steam is coming there, if you check like this by keeping your hand, then you will notice your hand is burnt already, right? Because your nerves also getting damaged, so you don't see that it is like burning, right? So it's like safety things are there. So you can just have a look in the internet, because now you are going to learn about engineering in let's say after 4 years of time. After selecting into engineering, after 3 years of time, you are going to learn those things. So it's better to have a look what are the engineering fields available, right? So if you are going to become a student like this, then actually you should see about the world. You should see about world news currently going on, between the Israel and between the Iran. What are the fighting mechanisms and how America is involved? That those are like good interesting topics. And what is happening about Russia, and how now what they are the relationship between Russia and Sri Lanka, and now they are trying. Now the Sri Lanka is going to buy oil from petrol and diesel from Russia, and previously there was sanctions from America. Okay, so it's really good, right? It's interesting to have a look at the world news than just looking at a stupid TikTok video, right? You know, very stupid videos are there, no, like dancing like this and that, but what will give you? Nothing, right? So just try to put your time in a good way to learn these things, because if you are going to become an engineer, so the way that you are going to see about the world is going to be different, right? So it starts in advanced level class, right? So that's why I just thought, because one of you also asked, so that's why I came into this. So under mechanical engineering, so locomotives, you know, the engines, right? Combustion engines. So, you know, the bicycles and cars, vans. Now you have electrical driven vehicles also, right? So how this internal combustion engine works, and you know, in the three wheels they have a two-stroke engine, four-stroke engine. What is the difference between two-stroke and four-stroke engine? And you know, hybrid vehicles are there, mild hybrid vehicles are there, full hybrid vehicles are there. So what are the difference? And you see CVT, so continuous variable transmission. So what are those things? And ABS, anti-lock braking system. So you can have such, right? And there is artificial intelligence. So we can discuss about when we coming into that, right? So lot of resources are with you. Unlike even my time also, I also had the access to internet and all, but unlike like 20 years back, there were not this much resources, because on your mobile phone you can type whatever thing and you can search, good and bad both. Okay, but try to look at the good things first, because then you will learn, then you will get some motivation why you are going under this learning process, right? For sure, after like, you have to have a vision. After like 4 years of time, then where you are going to be? After 3 years of time, where you are going to be? You are going to be an engineering faculty, first year or second year. After 10 years of time, where you are going to be? You got a degree and you passed your advanced level, and now you are doing a good job, or maybe you are doing higher studies, right? So likewise, an intelligent students who has this vision, they are directly following that, right? So that's why, don't just eat your time, don't just waste your time, because every time you can waste time like that, right? But only in this like upcoming 2.5 years time, that's the most important time, because that months that you are going to spend will decide where you are going to stay in the rest of your life, right? As a general working person, or some decision making, corporate level, or entrepreneur level, or executive level person, right? So it's up to you. Or just working as a usual person, just going 8 to 5 job every day, you are going like that. You are not allowed to do any strategic decisions. You are just going to the work and coming back home. You are not allowed to do any decisions, but you have to follow the time. It's like that, right? So think the things that you do in within these upcoming months, upcoming 25, 30, I will calculate and write, upcoming 30 months of time, the things that you do going to decide your life. Okay, so that's why this is really important, right? That's why this first day of the class is very important, right? First day is the day that seeds are going into our mind, then they are growing. Then every day that I learn, I teach them, and you are going to grab them, right? So it's like a very, very important and very attractive thing, right? Okay, so that is about mechanical engineering roughly. Then civil engineering, you know for sure about bridges, roads, right? Buildings, high-rise buildings, Lotus Tower, or Burj Al Arab, or Burj Khalifa, right? Or the towers like that, right? So, what? Mallory Towers, right? So there are stories also in the television, right? Whatever. So under civil engineering, you are learning about the constructions, the bridges, the types of bridges, right? So girders, the things in the bridge. So a lot of things. Okay. So you can search and you can have a look about civil engineering. So I was in a civil engineering construction project. So in Sri Lanka, funded by Asian Development Bank. So I was working there as a manager, HSE manager, health safety environment manager under this. And currently also I'm now engaging in civil engineering construction projects in Colombo and Kandy as well. So while I'm teaching these things, I am already not left engineering field, right? So I'm already in that field as well, right? So it's like, so you are getting everyday advices, not just from a teacher, but also from an engineer, right? So I can share my personal experiences of day-to-day life with you while doing these teachings. Okay, right? So that's about civil engineering. Computer engineering, this one is now emerging topic in these days because AI, artificial intelligence, machine learning, right? So a lot of things. So you know Gemini and ChatGPT, and there are a lot of codecs and a lot of platforms are there, AI platforms. And the best thing is you can study more and more things. You can ask questions from AI, right? So those who are using AI, I just like to have a, so you can put your thumbs up over there if you are using AI day to day. Yes, there are students. See, there are students. Right. That's good. Okay. So that means you can use AI tools to learn. Even though you are doing A levels, you can learn because every day you can. So for example, you can just type what is computer engineering in AI. Everything they will measure. What is electrical engineering in AI? Everything. Right. But there are some certain problems with AI also because you cannot trust 100% AI, the generations, but keep some limitation. But think these are not 100% correct. Okay, think like that. Then you can save because you can save. Otherwise, sometimes some are thinking AI is like 100% true. No, it's not. Okay, it's not like that. Then after that, then you know the programming, the languages and hardware, software, lot of things. Every day this computer engineering is there about mobile phones and everywhere this computer engineering is there. Okay, then chemical and process engineering, which is also my field as well. So I'm also a chemical and process engineer, but currently I'm not in that field, but mainly I'm in civil engineering field right now. But I'll be applying some things in chemical and process engineering as well. So this is also very emerging field in the world, right? So most engineers who has done chemical and process engineers, so they are getting very good salaries in the international market. So about petroleum industry, you know, when we tell petroleum these days, huge entire problematic situation in the country as well, right? So last week the petroleum prices has been increased by 20 rupees. So you know the petroleum industry that is under chemical and process engineering, and a lot of pharmaceutical industries, and the water purification, and about the environment, right? Environmental pollution control, lot of things connected to people, the humans, the things are under chemical and process. Diffusion coefficient, and drying, and the drying stages, right? And the cooling towers and refrigeration cycle, and how to improve the refrigeration cycle, Carnot cycle, right? So likewise, a lot of things are there. So even though I'm familiar with these engineering things, I'm not going to tell much because you can search by yourself, right? Because the more curiosity that you are getting, you can search more and more, and you can see, you can have a look at this. And these are, don't think these are infeasible. Definitely these are feasible. Feasible means you can reach for sure. Only thing is to change your mindset. You need to adapt your mindset that you are going to get this, you are going to select into engineering faculty for sure. Okay. So likewise, that confidence must be grown inside you, right? So if not, today you can start growing that inside you. Okay, so we will move on to the part now. So I gave huge explanation and huge like orientation about combined maths and about the engineering as well, right? Okay, right. So now we are going to start the work. Okay, so this is actually, we are going to start the section simplifications. Okay, so you will be getting the tute to your home. Okay, so simplifications, you can put the heading. Okay, so you will be getting this week, next week. Okay, so once you made all the payments and all, so you will be getting this tute and the file and the other upcoming tutes as well, documents and all. Okay, so simplifications, we start some part here. So next day we are directly moving into this part. Okay, right, then put addition of similar terms. Okay, right, then number one, this one is very easy. 3x minus 4y plus 5z. Okay, then so you have to add 2x plus y plus 4z. Okay, so this one is very obvious, simple question actually. Okay, very simple question. So similar terms you can add, so that means this and this you can add. Okay, then this and this you can add. Anyone can think that, not a big task. And this can add together, but you have to think about the sign as well. Okay, so you have to think about the sign as well. So what will be the answer here? So answer is addition, no? So 3x plus 2x, 5x, minus 4y plus y minus 3y, 5z plus 4z, it's 9z. This is the answer. Very simple, no? Okay. So I'm doing the questions in the tute actually. Okay. So this is okay, so this is question number 1, sub question number 1 also. Then question 2, you can do this by your own. 4x plus 2y minus 5z. Okay, separating by comma, but you need to add. Okay, 5x minus 3y plus 2z, comma. So there are three terms are there, plus 3 expressions are there, so you need to add them. Okay, can you add them? Those who finished it, can you put your hand? So similar terms you can add together, right? So this 4x, 5x and x you can add. Okay. Those who finished, can you put your hand up? Okay, great. Right. Okay. So here minus 4x, 5x. So minus 4x, 5x, x is there, x plus x, 2x is there. So 2x plus 2y minus 3y minus y minus y minus 3y minus 4y minus 5z plus 2z minus 3z plus 4z plus z. This is the answer. Okay. Those who got that answer, 2x minus 4y plus z. Who got that answer? Right. Okay, great. Right. Okay. Right. I'll write another one. Others can write down. Okay. So okay, try this. Number 3. Eight x minus 3y plus z minus 2x plus 5y minus 3z x minus y plus z. Try that. So I spend more time today to make your mind into the prepared manner for learning of this combined maths. Okay, so I spent time and I gave more effort today. Right. Okay. Those who have finished this, already. Right. Okay. Right. Right. So here, so 8x minus 2x, that is 6x, 6x plus x, 7x, okay, minus 3y plus 5y, that means plus 2y, 2y minus y, z minus 3z minus 2z minus 2z plus z minus z. This is the answer. Who got it? 7x plus y minus z. Right. Okay. Right. Good. Okay. I'm seeing more answers. That's nice. It's really nice to have a look about your answers. Right. So here I will tell some minor details also, some important things. So minor details here. You can see everywhere that I wrote equal mark, right? So like that, all the basics also I am telling here, okay? Because the target is to get you 100 marks in the exam paper, not 99, 100 marks. So that's why I am giving you all the details here, right? So equal, so whenever you have something, so you put equal mark there, so until you are getting the final answer, right? And what is there? This underline, so you don't need to underline all the answers, but it's enough like this. Then that means this is the final, your final conclusion, right? Right. So those are the things. Okay, I will give you another like two. Then we are going to wrap up today's session. Okay, then number 4. This one, 2x squared minus 3xy minus 4y squared, comma 3x squared plus 8xy plus 3y squared x squared minus 2xy minus y squared. Okay, can you try that? Okay, those who finished it? No one yet? Right, okay. Right, okay, right. Good. Okay, now another set of students are also now coming, right, for the answers. That's nice. Okay, so here it's not exactly like same like previous one, but it's a bit different. So 2x squared plus 3x squared, 5x squared plus x squared, 6x squared minus 3xy, 8xy, that is 5xy, 3xy. Okay, minus 4y squared minus y squared minus 2y squared. Right, that's it. Okay, so who got this answer? Who got it? Right, okay, right. Others can carefully look where the mistake that you made. Okay, so you have to understand the similar terms. That is the requirement here. Okay, right. Okay, good. Okay, so the similar terms are here. This one and this is similar. Only we are taking the similar terms. This one, this are similar, and this. Okay, there are 3 no, so I have to circle this as well. Then the other one is similar. Okay, so likewise you need to identify the similar and you can add them. You can add them easily, right? Okay, then okay, so try to give me answer of this. Number 5, 5x squared minus 3y squared minus 4xy, comma 2x squared minus 4y squared plus 12xy, 9x squared plus 10y squared minus 3xy. Okay, you can try this. This will be the last question that we are going to do today. So this is actually this like a game. Okay, learning combined maths is like playing a game, right? So when you do it good, so you are getting more and more satisfaction. Okay, so right. So here 5x squared, 2x squared, 7x squared, minus 2x squared, minus 3y squared, minus 7y squared, plus 3y squared, 4, 8, 5, 5xy. Who got this? Who got this answer? Right. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Right. Okay. Okay. That's good. Right. Others also. Right. Great. Huh? So there are students who are improving. Right. So, but today is not O-level class. I'm happy that you already are now. Others can write this down. Others can write this quickly. Okay, right. So those who joined today bit late, because maybe you knew the class is today, because today is the first time. Maybe you knew it late, then you can get the recording. You can request for the recording, right? So everything, any question that you have, you can send a message and ask everything from this number, and we will send you WhatsApp link of the group. Okay, and the YouTube channel, and I'll be putting more updates on there, and Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, everywhere there are social media, every platform I'll be there. Okay, so you can get all the links of the channel also, which we are using to give you all the messages. So just put a WhatsApp message and try to get that discount also, because we are trying to help you. Okay, here, right. So this is the first day that of combined maths class, and many of you have joined, and I thought that you learned something, right? Mainly you learned about the engineering and about combined maths, and very little bit of this simplifications as well. But next day, from directly, we are just going we're just going to cover simplifications, and we are going to quickly peep inside to the simplification section. Okay, so that's about today. And check, there are most of the students who are checking for classes, so you can send class links to whatever the people that you like. It's okay, and they can check, and if they think that they are going to learn something, then they can come, right? So no request to come and join, please join, no request like that. And if you think that you are going to win, right, this is your class. Okay, see you next day, Saturday. Good night.